I was right. And I was, of course, attacked quite a bit. After all, I was going against the experts while people were dying in large numbers. One of the lessons I learned when I was in graduate school is never to be blown over by the term expert. It means nothing to me. The only time expertise matters to me is if I have a question about the orbit of Venus around the sun. Your expertise in astronomy is relevant. There's no question. But once it comes to issues of judgment and wisdom, expertise is useless. In fact, they're almost always wrong, the experts. Again, there's a very big difference between knowledge and wisdom. They're not necessarily at all connected. They blew it. And they blew it on the vaccines, and they blew it on the lockdowns, and they blew it on masks. They blew it on social distancing. It has now come out that Dr. Fauci, one of the heads of medicine at the time, was, well, the 6 foot, 2 meters for those of you around the world, social distancing, we made it up. They acknowledge they made it up. I just want you to know, I said, and it's probably on a fireside chat and certainly on my radio show, I didn't understand this whole social distancing thing. Wait a minute. So I wanted to understand something. I could sit on an airplane next to somebody who is inches from me. How far are you from the person seating next to you? 4 inches? And that's fine. And we could take our masks off, no less, while eating. But that's okay. But I had to stay 6 feet away from the next person and wear a mask anywhere that we congregated. Oh, unless you were demonstrating against racism in America, then that was a health benefit because fighting racism has health benefits. These are what the experts said. So I hope more people do learn the lesson. Expertise is a very limited area of significance. Clearly, I want an expert if I have a factual question to ask. When it comes to judgment, the expert is no better than the Uber driver who dropped out of high school. And quite possibly worse. The Uber driver doesn't think he's God's gift to mankind. The expert does. How are we doing on time?
We're at the end.
I have a built-in clock.
You do.
It's clear. No, I'm telling you, it's useless, but I have one, just for the record. I'll tell you why it's useless. Because outside of broadcasting, when does it matter? Right? It has no use. But I have it, I have to say. All right, my friends. It's great to be with you. And thank you for watching and listening. And I see you next week.